So a point reflection is a bit different than a line reflection. A point reflection is a reflection about a point instead of a line. In this instance, for every point in the figure, there is another point found directly opposite it on the other side of the center, also known as the point of reflection. And again, this is an isometry, that key definition we keep talking about. That means no matter what happens to this shape as far as rotated, reflected, translated, the shape is still the same size, all the points are in the same spots, nothing changes about that. So it's an isometry. So any point in the coordinate plane can be used as a point of reflection, but it is the most common that we reflect through the origin. The origin, again, is the point 0, 0. So let's take a look at this reflected triangle. So we're reflecting this triangle ABC through the point of reflection as the origin. So notice how it's directly opposite, just like we did with line reflections. So we count here, we count down 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. Let's do the same thing for point C. Down 1 over 5. Down 1 over 5. And then the last, we do it for B. Take our different color. Down 1 over 1. B prime is also down 1 over 1. So again, point reflection through a point. Line reflection is through a line. So let's take the time to practice this a little bit. So let's graph the following points and then reflect them about the origin. So let's do our first point, 1, 3. So 1, 3 reflected through the origin. So I count down. Down 3 over 1. Down 3 over 1. And again, if you take a look, it's directly opposite this point. So if I reflect through the origin, my new point is -1, -3. On to our next example. Let's go ahead and do -3, 5. So here's -3, 5. Oops. Get out the pen. So if I look at -3, 5, which ends up right about here, let's reflect that through the origin. Go up 5 over 3. That means I'm going to have to go up 5 and over 3. So my point, my new point reflected, and again, look, directly opposite is 3, 5. And I'll do the last two. -2, 7. -2, 7, if we erase this, would be about in this area here. So -2, 1, 2, 3, 4. -2, 7, reflected through the origin here. So down 7 over 2, down 7 over 2. And again, always check. Sorry about that. Make sure it's directly opposite. So our new point is 2, -7. And then lastly, we are working with -5, 4. So -5, 4 would be about here. We go down 4 over 5, down 4 over 5. We end up here. So this point would be 5, -4.